organs. The donation of organs has been a definitive problem since its integration into our medical practices. I mean, just in the US as of today, 119,125 people are waiting for a potentially life-saving organ. And of those 119,000, only about 76,000 people are active waiting list candidates. Meaning, of course, that about 50,000 are not. And to top it all off, as of last year, only 30,589 transplants have been performed in the US alone. Not to mention that only 9,128 people are actually organ donors and are actually willing to donate their organs. And all of this is according to UNOS's database, which coordinates the US's transplant activities. So, with the data and statistics out of the way, this developing donor shortage is only getting worse every day. I mean, you have to ask yourself, and you have to ask everybody around you, why reject donating your organs when you're already dead? Why do people reject donating their organs when they're 6 feet on the ground and they're taking a pretty nice nap? Well, some speculate it might have something to do with the families themselves refusing to donate the organs of their deceased loved ones. But others speculate that it's the misconception that average people have, no shade, about organ donation. Well, we all know it's not about religion, because the majority of the religious groups in our society today actually don't condone organ donation. They actually openly accept it. And as to top it all off, they encourage people to go and donate the organs. So, what could it be? Could it possibly be that people don't die a sudden death? Because in order to donate your organs, you have to meet some requirements. Alright, just the very first and most important requirement is that you have to be considered brain dead in order to donate your organs. Because if you don't, then other organs might malfunction. Or might be malfunctioned. Because you weren't brain dead. So, I wanted to ask you, how do you feel about organ donation?
Organ donation?
Yeah.
I'm all for it in terms of, as long as it's okay with that person's morals. It's not necessarily something you need, especially, like kidneys and lungs, hearts. Even if a person is willing to do that, then totally for it.
So a lot of people, like whenever they register for organ donation at an early age or whatever, they go and some of the things they think about are, well, if somebody needs my kidneys and I have to go in on surgery while I'm still alive, I don't want to do that. So what do you have to say to those people?
It's really just, when you sign up for something like that, it's a very selfless act, and that's something that you have to come to terms with, something you really have to think about. It's not one of those things you can be in between. You can't really just kind of be on the fence. You have to be for or against it. And if you're for and you sign up for that, then, granted, you've chosen, potentially save somebody else's life, but you have to realize that you're giving up a part of your own for a greater good.
There's also the fact that a lot of philosophers, they go and they do all these studies and all that, and they say that some philosophers say that you have to go and sign up for organ donation, and others say it's just like if you want to and if you don't want to things. What do you think?
Well, again, I don't believe it's a necessary thing. There's plenty of people out there that are willing, and I'm not going to say you have to do it, but it is nice to know that there's people out there willing to, give a part of their body in case you needed anything, if you do the same for them. It's comforting to know there's people out there like that.
Well, among all these speculations, I feel that it's a combination of everything. Both not being afraid and also not being able to take up the responsibility of being an organ donor. Now, I've presented some solutions to this epidemic, this mass problem that we have. And one of my solutions is a bit conflicting. It's a bit morally conflicting. That's the problem with these solutions. So, for example, drum roll. You like that, didn't you? The method of stealing organs is effective. Crude, but effective. Many with the money and power to do so will steal for their organs, and buying organs off the black market isn't off the list, but a very bad thing about it usually is the kidnapping and unprofessional surgery that these victims have to face. Cases of kidnapping for organs have been reported in the US. A lot of the people who are kidnapped are businessmen and people in nice and fancy suits. So if you're out there with a nice and fancy suit, I pray for your life. The procedures to do the kidnapping and surgery are very vague because not a lot of people have actually been up to witness all these things. Usually,
Would you ever donate your organs?
Yeah,
And why do you feel organ donation is important?
some people need organs.
Okay, and would you ever donate your organs while you're still alive?
No,
Why not?
because I need my organs.
Okay, but let's say,
Well, actually it depends, because I have two kidneys and I may not need two kidneys. If like,
Right.
a family member needed a kidney, I might donate the kidney or something, but
if
it
it's
depends on what it is.
Whenever you get your license, are you gonna put organ donor?
Yeah.
they snatch you off the street, they take you to an isolated location, they perform the surgery, and they leave you in an ice bath. Literally a bath filled with ice. No water, no nothing, just ice. This other solution, however, doesn't involve illegal activity. It's the theory of cloning organs, thus having in theory an endless supply of organs. To shorten this speech, there are 3 types of cloning. Of these 3, therapeutic cloning is what scientists are hoping to use to clone organs. Therapeutic cloning extracts the patient's DNA, puts it into an enucleated egg, lets it mature and divide. Then scientists in theory harvest embryonic stem cells. These cells can be then developed into any type of cell, meaning that it can be developed into any type of organ that the person wants it to be developed in. But as of now, attempts at therapeutic cloning have failed. But I'm not done spitting out facts though. Nope. This next one shows you how desperate people have become. The method of xenotransplantation can also be used to help patients, but people aren't really okay with it. See, xenotransplantation involves getting a pig, checking for compatibility between the receiver and the giver, and then transplanting the pig's organs to humans, since they're the next closest thing that we have to a relative per se. So yeah, we share a long history with pigs. This discovery was only made a couple years back, but so far their attempts at xenotransplantation on other animals has been successful. Couple were a little bit sketchy, but the rest was successful.
What are the benefits of organ and tissue donation?
The benefits are that you are able to save lives of many people. One person that donates, that is an organ donor, can help save the lives of many different people because there's so many different people that need organs. So one person may be able to donate their heart, their lungs, their kidneys, so you could save many people's lives.
Okay, should your age and health condition influence your decisions to become an organ or tissue donator?
I don't think so, because when you decide to become an organ donor, you can be any age. At the time of your death, the doctors are going to determine what organs are viable or healthy enough to transplant. So, I mean, I think anyone can be an organ donor. I don't think that, you need to necessarily worry about the condition of your organs. The doctors are going to determine that.
Okay, and do you think organ and tissue donation interfere with having an open casket funeral?
Absolutely not.
Oh, absolutely. Okay, thank you.
Now, to wrap all of this off, yeah, organ donors and the shortage of them have become a big problem in the US. But at least we have a couple of people who are willing to donate their organs. But those people and those numbers are dwindling because time after time, organ donors are dying. And time after time, no one new comes in to replace them. So, as I said, methods involving illegal activities or methods involving kind of gross things can be used, but are very, very, let's just say, least likely to pass. Now I know what you're thinking, but wait, oh no. Some people might just be desperate enough to try a pig's organ, or some people might be desperate enough to try buying their things off the black market. But see, here's the thing. If people weren't so scared, or if people weren't so selfish as to leave their organs just rot away, and a lot of people would be saved. And a lot of those people would be thankful and grateful for what they or you did. So, this is the end of this little speech that I was forced to do. I'm joking. But I hope you guys learned something, I guess. I don't know.